So this Murray mower was a trade-in, and honestly, the only thing that was wrong with it that I've fixed off camera was the pull cord. The original pull cord assembly had broken apart inside. It's very rare on these Briggs Quantums and even the Classics that these things disintegrate and grenade, forcing the need to replace the entire assembly. But this one, it happened. Pull cord was pulled out, would not retract. So I replaced it with a good used pull cord assembly with a brand new cord in it that I had just installed. And the only thing I have left to do on it before it's put up for sale is replace the handle cable. Very common on this style that they break. So I'm just going to pop that off. Cut. And we're doing these cables to go ahead and stick the cable through the handle first. And then you're going to grab this hooked end, put it right there, and then finish off with putting this hook in. Just like that. It's as simple as they are to install. Works as intended. It's still kind of floppy. So what I like to do on this style is install a zip tie. That'll help retain these a little bit better. Use the black zip ties because they stand up to the sunlight quite a bit better than the white ones do. A pair of flush cuts. Perfect. So I did check the oil. Oil's good. It's got fresh gas in it. We're just going to pull off air filter. Check this. That definitely needs to be replaced. So I'm not even going to try and clean that. We'll just replace it. I have a whole bunch of these I buy in bulk anyways. Not a big deal. Brand new air filter. Simple as that. Blade's not too bad, but we'll pull it off and sharpen it. 5/8. My impact. Twine all over this thing. Put this thing over to my bench grinder and deal with that. All right, nice and sharp now. I'm gonna try and cut the rest of that off. Not that it matters a whole lot. It's not gonna hurt anything. We'll start it up real quick, see how it runs with the balanced and sharpened blade. And then off camera, we'll take the bag off and go wash off the underside of the deck. Let it run for a bit while it does that. And meet you guys at the end of the video. I'm going to do a quick carb cleaning on this machine. You guys all saw it runs okay. It's just not starting as quickly as I would like it to. We'll go ahead and just pull this stuff back off. This one really shouldn't be that bad inside. My fuel line pliers. back fuel line. Now it's just the two 3/8 bolts. That thing came off a little easier than I would have liked. Blow that out with compressed air. Inside of that don't look too bad. Blow all this off as well. So I got the carb here, got it all sprayed off with compressed air. One problem area on these is this little hole that's right in here. Kind of see it. Clean that off with compressed air and then ran it through with a piece of wire. It's all clean now. That's very likely where the issue was coming from. Everything else looks pretty good. They all like to clog up here as well. So get it all back together. All right, so everything is ready to go back together. It was a good thing that I took this thing apart because this did not have the gasket on it. So somebody's been into this thing before, and that was likely where the starting issue was coming from as well. So let's get this back on. Get it back outside and do a final start. This thing will make somebody a decent machine for sure. Kind of had a feeling there was something going on with the carburetor. I'm glad it was something simple, but that's why it's always important. And even I sometimes get a little too complacent, and I need to really check over the major points on these machines that, you know, somebody just taking it apart that doesn't know what they're doing can forget to put something back on. Maybe that gasket, they messed it up, so they just thought that they could run it without it. This machine clearly started without it, but it was difficult to get it to start. So I think all in all, it was a good thing to check all that. Stay tuned for more videos.